In the previous recording, we used the preprocessor to create a grid cell model from a digitized map. In this tutorial, we will follow up on that tutorial and show you how to edit the grid cell data and make additional grid cell parameters to further complete that data set. So in preprocessor, we will open up that file that we have saved in the previous tutorial and look at display modify grid cell values. When we click on that, we have select parameters form, and the parameters of data, we have the parameters that we have infilled from the map. If we tell on net thickness, the selected parameter net thickness. We can OK to display and edit, and we will display it based on this color range here. So in the color range, this is the min to max range. It is found values here from min to max. So anywhere you click, any cell you click, you see the IJK. So this is cell 111, this is cell 3011, this is cell 3031. So where we click, that is that cell, and that's the value of that cell. So here we want to potentially make a change to some cells, and for example, if I want to make a change to some cells, I will select, click and drag, I'll click and drag a range of cells, and in that, when I do that, I will get a grid area selection. From where I click, from here to here, is that range of cells. So when I click from here, the number changes. When I click from here to here, that range changes. So this is the cell range that I'm operating on. If there's any local grid refinement, a different topic, we will see those things here. This is the operation that we're going to do on this range of cells. The constant, multiply, add, subtract, and so on. We consider only some of them right now. And constant, so constant means set a constant value for this range of cells. I could say a constant value of, say, -1. This would demonstration. And let's say a 0.05. Apply to the range, and this will show me that I've modified this by 0.05. Okay, I can edit, undo it, and that will change. So edit, undo is available, but only for the very limited. You have to do it as soon as you make a change, otherwise you will not remember the undo of that range. Okay, so let's try to make some cells active or inactive. If you were to select range of cells again, we see the range of cells. We can make the cells active, inactive. So inactive means it's no longer part of the model. We can click inactive, and we can make it active again. So the values do not change. The values of the cells are not lost. It's only a flag saying it is active or inactive. So we can make that active, and the values come back to us. So what we like to do is to show the contour map on top of these values, and this is how the contour map fit over the range of cells. And we want to make all the cells inactive around that contour map. So in order to do that, we can say for the entire range of cells, so all the cells, when we click and drag, it's the same. But if I say all the cells, the entire range of cells, if the data values in this range of cells are from lowest to highest value, the highest value in this case, let's say this from 0.1, anything from 0.1 to the lowest value, it'd be a very low value. You don't have to specify it. We could say it's from 0 to 0.1. Anything in that range, we can make it inactive. And it does make it inactive. So this value is 0.119. So we can click on these cells and make it inactive. So this is a quick way to make a change based on a region and a data value selection in that region. So now let's show you how to make additional sublayers from this model. So in this model here, if you look at the cross-section, XZ, this is a single layer model that we have built. We want to subdivide that into 2 or more layers. So the option is to edit, layer, subdivide layers in with thickness ratio specified. So if you use the option, it comes up with this form. And in this case, we only have one layer, so we just say layer 1 to 1. But you could specify in different models, different layers. And divisions 2 in this case, and fraction of original. So this must sum to 1. I'm going to say it goes from 0.4 to 0.6, and this must sum to 1 for the number of divisions that you have specified here. The form subdivide enclose, and you need to go and it creates subdivisions here. So the cross section, if you select this point here, this is layer 1, this is layer 2. If I select layer 1 and say cross section, XY at current Z. So at the current layers, the XY at layer Z. So this is now a cross section for layer. Cross section forward will bring us to layer 2. Cross section backward bring us to layer 1. Cross section select will show us the number of layers available. So in this case only 2. We can say that's 2. So this shows you how we can subdivide layers, columns, or rows of the model. Let's pause this tutorial and we carry on to the next tutorial. So let's save this data set and call it save to exit this data file, call it COU test.